Welcome to Get Your Goal with Paula B. I'm your host, Paula B. I'm a weight loss and menopause expert, certified life coach, and author of the book Mind Over Menopause. On this podcast, we dive deep into the mindset tools and proven Get Your Goal formula that will help you lose weight for the last time. Are you ready to get your goal? Me too. Let's go. Well, hello, goal friend, and welcome to episode number 285, the one where we talk about weighing yourself. But before we get into that, I wanted to share a post that my client Holly posted in the Get Your Goal group recently. She said, just some encouragement for anyone who thinks they hate counting calories or that it's hard or that it's tedious or that it isn't fun. I thought all of those things in November when I joined. I mean, I really thought that it was a super true fact. I'm not sure when it happened, but it feels easy now and automatic to track my calories. It has to be the journaling because I definitely never sat down and picked out new thoughts to think intentionally. My mind is kind of blown, honestly. So if anyone is just getting started and thinks tracking calories is the worst or that it will be the hardest part, you might not always think that. I love this. First of all, because yay, Holly, for being able to go from hating counting calories to it now being easy and automatic. And I also love it because it highlights the real life benefits that you get from doing what can seem like intangible mindset work. Like you're putting in the daily work of journaling, and in the moment, it doesn't always seem like you're making these huge changes, but suddenly, just a few months in, and you're kind of a different person with different thoughts and feelings and habits. And all of it without forcing yourself. You guys, this process can feel natural and easy. I love it. And I'm sure that some of you are totally on board with the idea of how mindset work or journaling might be helpful for counting calories, because of course it totally is. But you also simultaneously think that there is no way that it can help you get on that scale every day or every week or every, however often and weigh yourself, because weighing yourself is totally different, right? I know it's hard. It feels terrible. And if you could just throw away your scale, you definitely would. Here's the thing. I totally get it. I have long since made peace with the scale, but there was definitely a time in my life when weighing myself was the bane of my existence. I would let it ruin an otherwise good day and really let it have power over me. I hear from clients all the time that they really hate to weigh themselves because like the daily fluctuations drive them crazy, or they feel like the numbers just mess with their heads. Like they feel really good about their eating and their exercising and their water and their sleep, but then they get on the scale, and if their weight is up or it's still the same, all of a sudden it's like everything they've been doing is all for nothing. You get that, right? And if this is you, you're totally in the right place. Today, we are talking about why weighing yourself feels awful. And I have a super practical and simple, but not always necessarily easy, but definitely simple process that you can implement right now, today, to feel better about weighing yourself while also losing weight. What? For reals. The first piece of this puzzle that I want to pull out for you is this one. And it might be the most important thing that you learn today, even though I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it. The scale and the number on the scale do not create your feelings. You don't have feelings of frustration or anger or despair or wanting to give up because of your weight or any of that because of stepping on the scale. You have feelings because of your thoughts. It's always your thoughts that create your feelings. I'll refer you here to the bonus episode from a couple of weeks ago, which was actually probably more than a couple of weeks ago, but it feels really recent to me, called The Wheel. You can get the link in the show notes to go to getyourgoal.com/podcasts/the-wheel to listen, and you can download the visuals too, because that one has like an actual graphic that goes along with it. And here's the thing, I know this concept feels really counterintuitive. Like we've all been taught our entire lives that things outside of us give us feelings, that they have some quality about them that feels a certain way, that like mean words hurt your feelings, or that getting unexpected money makes you happy, or that sunshine on your shoulders makes you cry. Thank you for that, John Denver. But you got that one wrong. My friend, you always, always, always feel things because you think things. And this is actually really fabulous news, because it means that it is not outside of you. You have agency over your thoughts and therefore your feelings. You are not at the mercy of either one of them. You have two superpowers, metacognition and neuroplasticity. Metacognition is the ability to think about your thoughts, and neuroplasticity is the ability to change them when you want to. You were born with these abilities, and even though we don't get taught how to use them in school, you can actually put them to use anytime you want to. This is literally what we talk about on every single episode of the Get Your Goal podcast, and the work that we do every single day in the Get Your Goal Mastermind group. You can observe your thoughts, and they are always optional. So let's talk about the thoughts that you have when you get on the scale, and exactly how and why they're not serving you. And then after that, we'll cover how to think things that do serve you. I'm going to use our superpowers right here in this episode. So starting, let's think about your thoughts. Have you ever actually listened to what you're saying to yourself when you get on the scale? Most women don't, so I totally understand it if you've mostly just tried to like shove it down and get on with your day. In fact, I hear a lot of my clients talk about that. They say things like, I felt really bad when I weighed myself this morning, but I'm not going to let it get to me. But here on the Get Your Goal podcast, we actually bring this stuff up on purpose. That's why you listen to the podcast, right? Because you know I'm going to talk about the tough stuff. Like I am not afraid to share my deepest, darkest thoughts, because looking at them and feeling the feelings that they create are the actual steps to getting your goal. So let's go. Here's the scenario. You get up in the morning, you go to the bathroom, you open up your tracking app to look at yesterday's weight, and then you hop on the scale. It happens to be up by 0.4 of a pound from yesterday. And here comes the thoughts, so fast that you can barely hear any of them. Oh, crap, I'm gaining weight. This isn't working. I'm such an idiot. I must be doing something wrong. What did I eat yesterday? Did it have a lot of sodium? I am so stuck. I can't get the scale to go lower. I am never going to lose this weight. I'm going to be fat forever. I hate this so much. What should I do? I'll eat less today. I'll go under by 100 calories or maybe 200 calories to get this weight off, and then I'll go back to my target. Maybe I should go under for a few days just to be safe. This weight isn't coming off. I must have eaten the wrong thing. I'll cut out dessert and try something with fewer carbs, or I'll eat a smaller breakfast this morning. Maybe I just won't have breakfast at all. I can't believe I'm not losing any weight yet. This is out of control. If I keep gaining like this, I'm going to be big as a house. I have to get a lid on this. Any of that sound familiar? It is really not fun, is it, having all of these thoughts just plowing at you a mile a minute? And here's the thing, each and every one of them is creating, because your thoughts create your feelings. We just talked about this. It's not the scale. Each and every one of those thoughts are creating some version of like anger or frustration or disgust or fury or self-pity or urgency to make some kind of a change or run away from all of it, or hatred or loathing or despair or sadness, or my least personal favorite, helplessness. But here's what's really going on, and the reason that I brought any of this up. It wasn't just so that we can feel bad together. These thoughts, all of them, everything that you hear, and all of the ones that you don't hear, as the case may be, but maybe sometimes you just feel the feelings of, all of these thoughts are your brain's attempt to analyze the number on the scale in order to predict what's going to happen to you next. Stay with me here. Your brain, when it's spewing all of this, what feels like total venom at you, is actually just trying to keep you alive. It's doing exactly what your brain is supposed to do. Your big, amazing human brain has evolved over millions of years to be able to take in complex information, synthesize it quickly, and then make a prediction about the future so it can solve any potential problems and keep you safe. And this whole process has actually served us particularly well. I mean, since we're here, we made it all the way to the top of the food chain and everything. But it also, and in the case of weighing yourself really, really, really specifically, it also doesn't serve you in modern life at all sometimes. So, really quickly, just so I can show you how to compare like how this skill of ours used to work versus how it comes up for us now, let's just think about like way back in caveman days. You would wake up, you would go to the bathroom, you would look around you, and you might notice that there's fresh deer scat a few feet away. So you'd run back to your cave to grab your pointy rock on a stick and go hunting for deer. Your ability to take in one piece of data, in this case, in the form of, fresh deer poop, analyze that situation, predict the future, thinking that there is probably a deer nearby, and act quickly, grabbing your pointy stick and going out hunting, could feed you and your family for a week. This ability to analyze quickly and move on that information was super helpful. But today, again, really specifically in relation to weighing yourself and losing weight, quick analysis is completely useless. And frankly, it feels bad. Here's the thing, your body, and I feel like you've probably noticed this, doesn't actually lose weight very quickly. And in fact, being a biological specimen with billions of organic processes that take in energy and create waste, changes in weight all the time. Your weight is constantly fluctuating. This is fine, it's normal, it's naturally, and it's exactly the way your body is supposed to behave. But your brain basically can't handle that. Your brain literally evolved to make quick decisions and move you into action on one piece of data. But one piece of data about your weight, even two pieces of data, if you're looking at like today's weight versus yesterday's weight, is completely useless information. Your weight doesn't change based on what you ate yesterday. It changes based on the billions of processes it is completing every minute of every day. Weight loss takes time. Weight loss takes at least five different inputs from you every single day for weeks on end to actually come to fruition. The daily minute by minute changes that your body goes through with its billions of processes aren't actually telling you anything about your overall trend of losing weight or not losing weight. So here's the thing, it's up to you, the manager of your brain, the person with the superpowers of metacognition and neuroplasticity, the one who can observe these thoughts and intentionally direct them to go a different way. It's up to you to think something else on purpose, something useful instead of the useless analysis of today's numbers. So here's how, in two Very simple steps. You're going to decide exactly when you'll analyze your weight loss data, and you're going to gently redirect any other thought that your brain tries to offer you. So let me start with that first step, and I'm going to break it down for you. You can actually do this when you very first start on the 5-0 method, which is my free weight loss program. Or you can, if you've been on the 5-0 method for a while and you've noticed that daily weighing is like messing with your brain or really something you're struggling with, you can actually do this at any point in time along the way. It is never too late to set yourself some parameters for when you'll analyze your data and really get that decision firm in your brain. And then learn how to gently redirect your brain when it analyzes every day anyways, because it's going to, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. So the first thing that you want to do when you're deciding on your parameters is to intentionally create for yourself a feeling of kindness. Just drop into that for a quick minute. You are giving yourself the gift of calm weigh-ins. You are giving yourself the gift of managing your mind. You are also giving yourself the gift, and I really want you to hear this as a kindness, the gift of information, data, so that you can see and measure your progress toward your goal. Because your goal, by the way, is also a kindness, a gift that you are giving to yourself. Everything about losing weight and weighing yourself and tracking the numbers is for you. It's a gift to yourself given with kindness. And then from that feeling of kindness, you're going to choose parameters that both make sense just biologically, and the most important thing here, feel good to you. Actually align with the kindness of giving yourself this gift. So here's the thing, really spend some time thinking about this. How often do you want to weigh yourself, and why? Does that feel like kindness? And then when do you want to analyze the data, and why? Does that feel like a gift to yourself? Remember that gathering the data, weighing yourself, and analyzing it are both gifts. So don't give yourself the dubious gift of weighing yourself from a place of fear or lack or worry or needing to keep control of the process and needing to know the numbers. Don't give yourself the gift, quote unquote, of analyzing too soon or never because you think you don't want to know how bad it is. Weigh yourself frequently enough to have plenty of points of data to analyze, and then analyze it far enough apart to be able to prove to yourself that, of course, you're losing weight, because, of course, you're losing weight. I personally suggest in the 5-0 method and here on this podcast, I'm suggesting daily weighing and monthly analysis. But here's the thing, that's not some hard and fast rule that you have to just buckle down and white knuckle your way through. How does that feel to you? Is that a kindness and a gift to yourself? And then next up, after you've made that decision, just know, deep in your bones, that when you're recording the data, AKA weighing yourself, your brain, absolutely 100% guaranteed, is going to try to analyze the number. Remember, that's your brain's default setting. It's supposed to do this. So don't get thrown off your game when you step on the scale and think those terrible thoughts and feel those terrible feelings. That's literally your brain just doing its job. Your job, as we have discussed, is to gently redirect those thoughts with a loving reminder of exactly when you are available for analysis, because it's not right now. And here's my word of caution about this, though. Don't mistake gentle redirection with arguing with yourself. And when you first get started, honestly, you're going to argue with yourself. Like, that really is part of the process. I'm warning you and I'm telling you, like, hey, don't argue with yourself, but you're probably going to on your way to figuring out what gentle redirection actually sounds like and feels like. So there's going to be this part of you that just wants to shout back. So, like, when your brain says something like, this isn't working, you're going to be like, yes, it is. Don't say that. Stop being mean. And you're just going to try and like shove the thought down, But instead, acknowledge that your brain actually might be right and remind yourself that you can't possibly know if you're losing weight or not until you can see all the data. So, gentle redirection sounds something like, it's true, it might not be working, but also it might. So let's keep doing what we're doing consistently and collecting numbers, and we'll find out on May 28th or whatever, whenever your next check-in is. Gentle redirection feels different than arguing. Arguing feels urgent. It feels tense. It feels like an argument. But gentle redirection actually feels super calm. It feels decisive. You know exactly when you're going to analyze, and there's just no need to do it right now. You can feel how different that is from your current weigh-ins, can't you? Like, it's such a kindness to yourself. In the 5-0 method, my free weight loss program, by the way, which I've mentioned before, but I like to mention it every time just in case you don't know, I have some free printable tracking pages for your daily weight, your calories, your water, your journaling, your sleep, and your exercise. This is where you can actually record your data without analysis and gently redirect anything else that your brain has to say about it. There's also, included in the 5-0 method, a monthly check-in sheet where you can analyze the data. Because again, a monthly analysis is my recommendation. You could definitely stretch it out longer if that feels like a gift to yourself, but I really don't suggest analyzing any sooner than that. Biologically speaking, your body and your weight just aren't going to change that much in much less time. So it's not super helpful or relevant at all to try and analyze less than a month's worth of information. So anyways, on the monthly check-in, or 6 weeks or 8 weeks or however often you use it, you can look at your trends and see what's going on with the big picture, including your consistency. So this kind of work, exploring your thoughts, learning which ones to redirect and which ones to feel through, is exactly what we do in the Get Your Goal Mastermind group. We are, I'm going to say, bold and fearless in our examination of the tough stuff. And while you're going through it, you have the support of me as your coach and over 100 other women who are doing this work alongside you. It is unlike any other group you've ever belonged to. It's not just a bunch of women like trying to lose weight, but mostly complaining about how hard it is, because I know you've been in groups like that before. So have I. The Get Your Goal group is a beautiful group of powerful women exploring their minds and encouraging you to be your best right along with them. It is such a fabulous place to get your goal. We in that group really talk about topics like this, like how to gather your data without analyzing it, and then analyzing it while holding the vision of getting your goal. My friend, I really hope that this episode was helpful for you. Go and make powerful decisions about how to gather your data and then analyze it when the time is right. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for listening. Be sure to leave a rating and review so other women of a certain age can stop struggling with the scale and start loving their menopausal bodies. And if you're ready to change your mindset while you're changing your weight, then it's time to get into the Get Your Goal Mastermind group, where you'll find my proven success formula, answers to your questions, expert coaching, and the community support you've been looking for. You don't need to lose weight alone when you can have fun and level up your mindset with friends. With weekly coaching calls, live journaling classes, and access to the tools and strategies I've used to help thousands of women lose weight for the last time, the Get Your Goal group is the place for you to get your goal. Learn more about group membership at www.getyourgoal.com, and I'll see you inside the group.